Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilleys Landing Resort and Marina, Lake Taneycomo. I'm going to do one cast today. I'm boated up here by Lookout. They're running 1 unit of water this morning. It's it's Wednesday the 5th of August. I'm going to be throwing a hopper today. It's called a Fat Albert. It's a pretty good size hopper. I have heard they're catching fish up here on it. I'm using a pretty heavy rod really for throwing dries. It's a 6-weight 9-foot 4-piece. It's a Temple Fork TICRX, which is not made anymore. I've got I think I have a 12-foot tapered leader down to a 1X and then a 2X to the fly. That's my setup. Came up here yesterday evening. Actually, I came up here twice yesterday throwing that riffle fly up here. And I caught one small rainbow, and I had one other look, so it wasn't very good. But that was with that 3.5 units running. They're not quite running 4 now. But I'm going to be working the bank down quite a ways. We'll see how far I get. And what I'm looking for basically is throw pretty close to the bank. What I think they do, or what kind of triggers a bite a lot of times, is that fly when it lands. So I kind of like to slap it on the water, make some noise, get their attention. At least with the hopper I do. I throw it anywhere from a foot to 10 feet from the bank. It just depends on, there's lots of pockets and still water along the bank, and then where it meets the current, the seam, I'll throw in one place more than once if it looks good. And if I see a fish come up, I'm for sure targeting that spot. So I'm casting quite a bit. Oh, there's a rise right up here. And that was a good rise because he came up and ate something. So I'm going to try to drift over that spot 2 or 3 times. I'm sure he was eating a midge or something, but and it's not necessarily they're seeing hoppers right now. But we've been trying smaller dries and they're not hitting them, so typically they will hit a hopper. I'm giving him a lot of chances to eat something, so he's not interested in that hopper. This fly is made of foam, so you don't have to treat it with any kind of floatant. But you do have to treat the tapered leader down to the fly, and especially your fly line needs to be clean and dressed with floatant. There's a There's a rise right there. And, oh, I missed him. He's still looking for it. See if he has it again. I jerked it out of his mouth. He's still looking at it. He just hit something else right next to it. He wasn't real big, but I set the hook a little bit too early. He didn't quite have it in his mouth. It's easy to do when you can see the fish come up underneath the fly. You get excited, and as soon as you see him open his mouth to eat it, which I could see all of it, it's real easy to set the hook too early. I think he's done with that fly. It's a good start. Oh, there we go. He came back. Same fish. Actually, it was about 10 feet below where he first hit it. So he was moving around a little bit. Right in his mouth. Good start. All right. That's a nicer fish. For whatever reason, browns, when they come up here for their spawn, they do belly flops. They jump up in the air and they splash. They're not taking anything, they're just jumping. And a couple of them did it last night. And it's super early. We usually don't see that till September. This is a real nice rainbow. I want to thank the guy who, I can't remember his name, but posted on Facebook that he'd been coming up here and catching them on the Fat Alberts. That's pretty awesome. It's nice to have them on 1X tippet. This is a real heavy fish. Okay. Yeah. Good job. About 18, 19 inch fish. This is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm casting 10 feet from the bank right now. That fish took it up. He was probably 10 feet off the bank. I mean, these fish might be they might hit beetles or ants and stuff like that. That's the first time I've tried it with one unit running. Oh, I missed him. That didn't look like... he's not a bad fish. Ooh, another big rise above me. This is a real pretty rainbow. He's not as big, but man, he's golden color. Really pretty. First two fish took it really deep, and that one was lipped. Oh my gosh, that was a big fish. He was big. Let's see if he takes it again. Okay, that hopper. I think that hopper landed upside down that time. Okay, I gotta check. That was a big fish. Go at him again. I saw something fall out of this tree and land in the water. It was not a bug or anything, but I thought, boy, that should trigger something. And that fish came up right after that. It's almost like you almost have two rods rigged with two dry flies, one a hopper and then maybe one smaller. And you get a fish like this, and you miss the first time he takes it, then you could throw something different at him. Because obviously he didn't come up and take it, he just came up and boiled on it. Okay, I'm gonna go on. So I'm throwing close to the bank, and then I'll throw out from the bank, close to the bank, back in these pockets. Try to throw back in there, around these logs like this. Sometimes, especially a brown, will sit around these logs. I just missed one. Oh! He just missed it. I didn't miss him. Maybe he'll take it again. It's a good spot. Good fish. Good spot, good fish. That is so cool to be up here. I wish the camera could pick it up. To see that fish come off the bottom, come up and eat that thing. There's a big pile of pond moss right there, pondweed. I think he came out from the side of it. Not as big as that second one I caught. That's all you're going to see. Okay. 4. One thing I did say is we usually don't really start catching these fish on a hopper. I mean, sometimes we'll catch them in July, but mainly it's an August, September, October thing. So the fact that they're already starting to come up and eat them that good in the very first of August is pretty awesome. So hopefully it's a sign of things to come. It's pretty cool. Thanks for watching. We will do it again tomorrow.